Vendetta release season is here. Let's get excited. We've got a lot to talk about already, and it officially hasn't even begun. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Let's get into what we've already got revealed from this weekend at the MSI as well as from the Riftbound team on social media. Hey, Rifters. We've got all the reveals scheduled to start this week, and so far we're already getting some. So let's go into them. We've got a few product releases that we're going to go over, and then we've also got a video showing some new cards and new mechanics that we can discuss. First things first, let's jump into the T1 Worlds bundle, recognizing that team for winning the 2025 World Championship in League of Legends. We've got a bundle here. We're looking at the case. The case is beautiful. You've got a clasp on the front here that looks like the top of Galio's head. So that's kind of a sneak peek of what's going to be on the inside. But the case itself already looks pretty nice. After that, we'll go into what the inside of the case looks like. So there's a binder in there to keep your cards in. It says Together as One, also has Galio on there. Inside the front of the box says Together as One. And then you've got a deck box in there, as well as some dice for might, points, I believe. I think it's a D10. Oh no, maybe a D12. But some nice dice. I believe the black and gold are more limited edition, so there is some kind of chance to buy in these collector's boxes and seeing what you get. I believe those were 1 out of 10 chance that you get that black and gold dice. So it's going to be a pretty heavy collector's item. If you want to get a hold of it, I would say do it quickly because these are actually limited edition, not going to be printed anymore. So the price, I can tell you, is probably only going to go up. Hopefully you can get into that draw pool, which I believe is in August, to get those. So look forward to those and try to get your spot in there. Next we'll go to the nice case that these 5 cards come in. It looks like a acrylic case. It says Riftbound League of Legends on it, as well as the T1 logo for the team. And you can see the cards there. But the cards don't actually have the champion names underneath them. They have the player names for the League of Legends champions. So our basic cards with the just regular champion bundle is going to be the League Splash Art for Ambessa, Zinjao, Galio, Misfortune, and Seraphine. So the two new units we have here are Ambessa the Wolf and Seraphine Not Alone. They have released images of Seraphine Not Alone back at one of the RQs because she is going to be one of the legends for Radiance, so they were kind of giving a teaser for that. So we have a little bit of information on her already, but Ambessa is new. This is giving us new information for the Vendetta set. She has the Empowered ability and is a 4 cost, like a 4 energy, 4 might unit, no power cost. So that is going to be a big boost to her legend. Having her in that chosen champion spot. We've seen it in the past. All these legends that have the chosen champions with a low cost unit that they can put over there are seeing a lot more play, as well as the ones that don't require any power recycling to get them out there. So these cards are just the traditional League Splash Art, but then we can go to the Collector's Edition, which has the art done by Pandart Studio, which is amazing, I would say, with its bold lines and just the stances and action going on in these are just great. So I would love to have them. I'm not going to shell it. I think it's $360 for it, and that's a lot of money. You also have the quotes from the summoners who played these characters, these legends, in that championship match. So all of them are there with their quotes on them, but what the real chase card is what you're going to see are the serialized ones with the actual signatures of those players on them. So we got an example of Galio signed by Faker here, and the serials will have this number next to them. You have 1 out of 2025, which is pretty neat to me that they're using 2025, the year they won, and that's how many cards they're making of this. So pretty cool in my opinion, but those are going to be the chase cards for sure. The serialized, we haven't got those yet, so that's going to be the chase card there. Even the Ultimate Baron, had a rarity, but not a serialized of knowing how many there were out there. So something that people are going to chase for sure. So let's go back and let's talk about Ambessa here and what we know and what information we've been given from this card reveal. We've got Ambessa the Wolf, who is a Noxus champion unit, and her ability is Empower 3 with 1 body, and then you've got the green tag, Empowered, and it says, I have +3 might and can't be dealt damage unless I'm in combat. So we haven't got clarification yet on what these empowered abilities are and how these status boosts lasts. I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out soon. It is the reveal season, so we'll find out soon. But either way, great card would be my guess. Anything that can prevent damage to it. I mean, you've seen what happened with the Rune Runner in the same domain and how it can't be targeted by spells. I mean, this is pretty close. Can't be dealt damage unless it's in combat. So, and it's going to be 7 might at that point as well. So, pretty crazy. It can be killed, just not damaged. But moving on, we will head on over to the video reveal, and we'll talk about that and the information we're getting from there. Alright, here we are, guys, with little me. We want to see most of the video, so I made myself pretty small. So let's just go ahead and start. We'll watch it through, and then we'll do some commenting about it.
Kennen is Kennen. Dave is Akali.
I play Kennen, Storm, or Shuriken.
See Nasus ascended?
I'll send him back to your hand with Wind and Ghost.
I'll play Akali, Deadly Weapon.
I send in Kennen, Storm or Shuriken. Kennen gives me flow to any spell in my trash. And I have this one, Shadows of the Past. Welcome back, Ocean Drake.
The dragon and chaos.
Kennen is Kennen.
Alright, guys. So, here we've got our first reveal. We've got Chingren versus Dave, and Chingren is playing as Kennen. In my previous video, I had talked about the new domain sets and pairings we're going to be getting in this Vendetta set, and how Chaos and Order was the one I was most excited about playing. I do like Kennen. I think Kennen is a fun character to play in League. Not sure how excited I am that he is the legend for Chaos and Order, but let's just dive into what he's got. So, Heart of the Tempest. When you play a card from anywhere other than your hand, empower me. So here's another one of those empower abilities that we were talking about. And this one gives us a little bit more information on how those are used. So that action for this legend, you can disempower him and exhaust him to give a unit assault 2 this turn. So, pretty self-explanatory there. He's empowered, gets disempowered. The only way to empower him is like playing a hidden card or your chosen champion unit or something straight from your deck, maybe from your trash even. We'll see that here in a second. That looks like Kennen likes to go through trash to play cards as well as playing hidden cards. So Chaos is good at that. Order also has all those hidden cards to kill units as well. So it's still going to be fun. That's probably what I'm gonna play, probably what I'm gonna experiment with the most. But we'll see. We still got a lot to reveal. So let's move on. Okay, comment here. Dave, sporting the weird wig. come back to the bald side. We know it suits you well. The wig does not. So I'm on the team bald. You can't see it now. Got my hat on, but Dave, we want you back.
Dave is Akali.
Okay, here we've got Akali, the rogue assassin, another empower ability, and she is the other opposite domain pairing legend we've got with the Fury and Calm. I think we talked about it a little bit in a previous video, but this is the official showing of that card by Riot. So empower 3 with I guess that's an any color power is what that means, that symbol. To empower her on her legend, you can use an action of exhausting her on your turn to move a friendly unit in a showdown to base. But if she's empowered, she also readies it. So this card kind of gives us the information that empowered might be something that lasts pretty indefinitely. With Kennen saying it disempowers whenever you use it, this one does not state that, so it would stay empowered. But there might be some spells and gear that are showing up that are going to be able to probably disempower certain units and legends. So excited for this domain pairing as well. I know a lot of people are probably going to play it, and the ninjas are just pretty cool.
I play Kennen, Storm of...
Alright, here we've got a Kennen champion unit revealed. Part of the Chaos domain. When you play me, burn 2. So this is a new keyword that we've already been doing for the discard 2. Here it's just burn 2. It's coming straight from your draw pile to the trash. But the other thing we get is the flow keyword, and this keyword applies to playing spells from your trash. So we previously have had the Fizz card that lets you play from your trash. This will be the keyword that is associated with that kind of play. So you get to go through your trash, and this flow says it's equal to its cost this turn. There's another card later in this video that has flow on it in its own keyword, and it gives you a different cost. So the interesting thing about this flow keyword is playing it from your trash, you're going to get to play that spell, but then you have to banish it. So that's the big difference. You're not going to be able to keep doing it. But once you got 2 or 3 in there, I mean, you get to play them twice. It's still worth it.
Shuriken.
See Nasus ascended?
Alright, this I'm excited about. Unfortunately, Nasus is going to be in the Calm domain, so he's not going to be in the Chaos and Order that I'm planning on playing, but Calm is definitely my calling in the Riftbound scene, what I tend to play the most. So I will still be giving him a try for sure. You've got Nasus ascended. Can't read all those tags, but I'm sure one of them says dog. And then you've got Deflect 2, which I love. Throwing him in there with Ornn. Getting those Deflect 2 units in there is going to be awesome. But he's also can be empowered. And unfortunately, with Dave's finger on there, we cannot see what this ability does.
I'll send him back to your hand with Wind.
Alright, now we got a Chaos reveal here of a spell, Wind and Ghosts. Choose a unit at a battlefield. If it has 3 might or less, banish it. Otherwise, return it to its owner's hand. So you've got the mixture of a Star-Crossed and a Gust here. You know, you're not having to return any of your own units, but you can return your opponent's unit to their hand. And if it's 3 or less, you just straight up banish it. So, great card, of course, in the Chaos domain. What else would it be in?
And Ghost.
I'll play Akali, Deadly.
Akali, 3 might and a 3 cost, deadly weapon, empower 2 with a fury. When I move, you may deal 1 to a unit at a battlefield I move to or from, and if I'm empowered, deal 2 instead. Also with empowered, she has +1, so she would be a 4 might unit at that point, so pretty nice.
I send in Kennen, Storm of Shuriken. Kennen gives me flow to any spell in my trash. And I have this...
Now, Shadows of the Past. Here we go. with him using the flow. This is a Zed spell. At least it has a tagline on there from Zed that none escape their shadow. But return up to 2 units from trashes to their owner's hands.
4. Shadows of the Past. Welcome back,
And then we've got
Drake.
Ocean Drake here, which is going to be our complementary dragon in Chaos. We've already got the Mind Splitter dragon, but this is going to be our Ocean Drake. 8 energy, 2 power cost in the Chaos domain with a 7 might. You can play it to an open battlefield, so kind of like the Misfortune, but also when you play it, you may return a non-dragon unit to its owner's hand. So unfortunately, not going to be able to get those Elder Dragons back to people's hand, but it will help with some other big units that you've got showing up. And that's it for that. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Subscribe, like if you enjoyed the video. We're going to be coming out with a lot more. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you guys will hang around and listen to me talk about them. Comment in the video. Let me know what you think. Until then, talk to you later.